All right, check this out. Because when I became the instructor, I had a lot of people that were, I like to call them Negative Nancy, but you might call them a different name. There's just a lot of people in the world. And the first like Christian sermon or, the first time they trying to start Christianity, they had some guy, he taught in front of 5,000 people. And out of that 5,000 people, it said that some of them were perplexed. They said that some of them were, perplexed means? It means like they were confused, all right? They didn't know what was going on, okay? It said that out of that 5,000, it said that some of them got angry. They got upset. They got mad about what the guy was saying. They got upset. They said out of that 5,000, some of them laughed. They just joked. They just, they say, hey, nice sermon, but they just laughed after it was over. And how many of you guys know, show of hands, how many of you guys know somebody that's perplexed? It doesn't matter what situation they're in, they're always confused. Anybody know anybody like that? How about an angry person? It doesn't matter where they're at or what situation they're in, they're just always pissed off. Anybody know anybody like that? Okay. How about the jokester? The guy that's always telling jokes, no matter what situation he's in, he can always find the joke in it. Anybody know anybody like that? Yeah, all right. So, people are going to be people. So, I try not to get too upset. If somebody doesn't take one of my lessons to heart or doesn't understand what's going on here in this room, or if they fall asleep, or if they're on their phone, or if they're not taking notes, that doesn't offend me, right? Because I know that some are perplexed. I know that some are angry. I know that some it is just the way that they are, right? And some people are negative. And I had these people in my life that were negative. And one of them was Richard Lucero. And he would tell me, he's like, Daniel, he's like, I would be hopping around work, and it's like, you think you're so positive, you think you could whoop Canelo? Boxer Canelo? He'd say, you think you could whoop Canelo? And I think he used to know I used to box back in the day, but I wasn't no good, right? The reason I quit because the referee kept stepping on my hands. But anyway, I don't think that I could whip Canelo, right? But I told him, I said, nah, I don't think I could take your appendix out either. And I pulled out my knife like that. I pulled out my filo and jumped back. And I said, but I'll tell you what, I bet you. I said, I bet you if we were out in the desert, middle of nowhere, and you were burning up. He said, oh, my side hurts right here. And I reached down in your side and I felt it. It was nice and hot. And I said, oh, man, you got appendicitis. Yeah, but don't worry about it. I got my knife here. I've been watching all kinds of doctor shows. And they all specialize in appendectomy. And I believe that we can get that thing out of there. Right? He's like, whoa. And I said, but I bet you, Richard, I bet you that you would want that version of me rather than the other version of me. Say, no, man, you're going to die. Right? And this is what I'm talking about here, is that a positive attitude it's not going to let you do everything, right? But it will let you do everything better than what a negative attitude will. Can you buy that idea? Right? You can't do anything, right? I don't think I can take your appendix out. I don't think that I can beat a championship boxer, but it does help me do a lot of things, right? Better than what a negative attitude does. And, the key to some of this, you guys notice I don't come out there to the projects. I let you work through it and go through it. And because part of that is here, we don't make you good. It's the beauty of my job. I don't make you good. We found you good. You know what I'm talking about? They don't make you good. We found you good, right? Too much training just means that you got the wrong guy. Right? Too much training just means that, you know, we don't make you good, right? We found you good. Right? That means that you were good before you got here. There was somebody that saw talent in you. There's very few people that come up to that front door. Hey, you guys got a job? Right? There's very few people that do that. Right? Mostly everybody in here was a recommendation to this program. Right? It's because even if you don't see it in yourself, somebody saw it in you. Right? Because that maybe you could come. And right, we don't make you good here. We found you good. And that's the beauty of my job. Right? Now, the question came up, you know, how is this relevant to my career, Daniel? I'm going to go back to work on Monday and go build a roof. All right. Now, here's where this is key. All right. This is so key right here. Go through the grades, right? When we're going from first grade to second grade, going from second grade to third grade to fourth grade. We're going through these stages, but we don't go from third grade to 10th grade. Why? Why can't I go from third grade to 10th grade?
You wouldn't know what's going on.
Yeah, you're going to be standing up there with a bunch of 10th graders. You're not going to know what to do, right? So go through the classes so that way when you get to the journeyman status, once you get to 10th grade, right, then you can unleash what you've learned. You can pull out all these things, right, and just go through the grades, right? I was thinking about it yesterday because, you know, I was like 3 out of 10 and I started the conversation in my head and I'm like, man, how come out of the 10 people that are in this room, how come only 3 of them are going to journey out? How come only 3 of them are going to succeed in this career that we call carpentry, statistically? Why? And I started thinking about it, right? And here's what I came up with, right? Don't send your ducks to Eagle School, right? With the little eagle stickers and the little eagle hats and the little, right? It's not going to help. Why? There's still ducks at the end of the day. I'm telling you, right? You got to soar higher than, right? You know how the program failed? You know how it fails? The first time he goes out there to get him a rabbit, right? He makes him a friend. Right? You're like, no, you got to eat that thing. Right? And some of us, you know, we're flying too low, right? Don't send your ducks to Eagle School. Just to come here, you had to be an eagle. You left the chickens back at the job site, right? You know what a chicken is, right? Like clocking around the water cooler, trying to bring you gossip and all that stuff, right? Or like when they know you're going to go to school. Hey, why are you going to school? Right? What are they going to show you down there, right? That's a chicken talking. And he only flies when he's scared. An eagle, he can 9 feet from tip to tip. He's made for going high. And when he's up there at top flight, you know that only other bird that can meet him up there in top flight?
Another eagle.
That's it. It's another eagle. That's the only, and that's how they mate. They intertwine, they're coming crashing down. It's awesome. You ain't going to get a chicken up there mating with the eagle. It's not possible. They're too fat. Their wings are too short. Telling you, don't send your ducks to Eagle School. It ain't gonna do them any good, right? They're just wasting their time, right? And you got to know the 80-20 rule, the Pareto's principle. 80% of your production comes from 20% of your workforce, right? If you're in sales, 80% of your sales comes from 20% of your customers. So what does that mean for the 20% of our workforce? What does that mean for the 20% of our customers? Treat them good. Give them some incentives, right? Give them something free. Buy them a cup of coffee, right? Hook them up. You know, buy him a donut or something. Not because you're kissing his ass, you know, because he's the top performer. It's a calculated move on your part to get the most work out of him. You just spent $3 or $5 on a cup of coffee, but he's busting ass for you 8-10 hours a day. Happy as shit. Right? It's a calculated move on your part, right? Don't send your ducks to Eagle School, right? Just real quick, answer me this right here. How many squares do you see? The quick answer. 16, right? That's the quick answer right there, 16. All right. But if you look a little bit closer right here in the center, here's another one. So that makes it 17. The whole outside of this thing right here is another one. That makes it 18. Each corner is another one. That makes it 19. Here's another one. That makes it 20. Here's another one. Makes it 21. Here's another one. Makes it 22. Here's another one right here. That makes it 23. Here's another one right here. Makes it 24. Another one right here. Makes it 25. Here's another one right here. Makes it 26. Now, stay with me. If you go over 3, down 3, over 3, that makes it 27. Over 3, down 3, that makes it 28. That makes it 29. Here's another one. That makes it 30. Now, let me ask you guys. After the original 16 that were up there, how many did I add?
Add squares to your drawing?
Okay, let me ask you in a different way. Glendale, Avondale, Peoria, Buckeye, the Phoenix, and the greater area. Let me ask you a different way. After the original 16 that I had up there, how many did I add? 0, right? All I said was here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. All I was able to do was identify what's already there. That's what a positive attitude will do for you. It will identify what's already inside of you. It will let you draw out the qualities that are already inside of you. Right? I'm telling you, you got to see the opportunities that are already there. They did a study with entrepreneurs, and they said when an entrepreneur moves cities, undoubtedly, whenever he moves from one city to another, he makes money. Now, before you pack your bags, all right, it didn't matter if he went from LA to Phoenix or Phoenix to LA. It didn't matter if he went from Dallas to New York or New York to Dallas. The location didn't matter. But undoubtedly, he made money, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that the opportunities are right here where you sit. The opportunities are all around you, right? But you got to be able to pull that self up outside of you, right? Now, these projects are frustrating. Okay, I know the wood is warped. It's hard. Take your time. All right, this is going to be one of those where if you did this at work or if you did this at a side job, they're going to run you off of that side job. You'd be like, man, you're wasting all the goddamn material. What are you doing? Okay, but this isn't that. The contractors paid for all that wood. All that wood's already paid for. Okay, this is the time to ask the questions. Okay, this is the time to start rolling. I've seen you guys looking at other people's projects. Hey, how did you do this? How, that's the perfect attitude to have, right? That questioning attitude. It's a curiosity. That's the way to be, right? And ask the questions, right? Get these questions flowing, because that's the questions start the receiving process. Right? When you ask the question, this weird machinery starts, and like all this stuff starts working together to get you the answer, right? But you don't get the answer by, just crossing your hands. You got to go ask, right? And asking is the beginning of the receiving process. Now, receiving is not the problem. There's a whole wealth of information out there. There's whole wealth of literal money out there, right? Receiving is not the problem. What's the problem? Asking, right? You don't ask, right? There's a whole ocean of wealth out there, but some people go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Huh? At least trade your teaspoon for a bucket. There's a whole mountain of wealth out there, and you go there with a teaspoon, right? And the guy says, you know what? I see it now. In 2021, I hit it hard. I worked my ass off, and you know what? I don't have anywhere in my house is there a list of the things that I want. Nowhere do I have a thing that what I asked for. You with me on that? And if you ask, what? Dude, we got to look into that. We got to look into that. You mean all I got to do is ask? Nah, it's some kind of formula, man. I'm telling you, right? So, but there's a lot of things that's going to wreck your chances to do good, all right? And one of those things is doubt, right? We doubt that the project's going to work. We doubt that the union's going to come through for us. We doubt that our company's going to hang on to us. There's all kinds of doubts. There's a doubt about America. There's a doubt about Bitcoin. There's a doubt about the real estate market. There's just doubts and doubts and doubts. All right. But one of the worst doubts is this one right here. When you doubt yourself, when you tell yourself, man, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could pay cash for that $70,000 truck. I don't think I could do that, right? Self-doubt. This thing right here is crippling. Some of our enemies are outside. Yeah, there's all kinds of people who want to attack the union and attack workers and Latinos and minority workers and stuff like that. Yeah, they want to take us down. The enemies on the outside, but some of the enemies you got to know are on the inside. It's that man in the mirror, that dude that we brush our teeth with. It's the dude that we wake up in the morning with. I'm telling you, some of our doubts are inside. Okay, so you got to nip that in the bud. All right. Now, when you're out there, put out your best possible product. Okay, I know the wood is shit. I know that the plans are vague. Okay, but put out the best possible product that you can, because it says a lot about your name. Okay, it says a lot about the people that raised you. Okay, and it says a lot about this, because I know that when you go back to work, they say, what do they say?
What'd you learn?
What'd you learn? Right? Who taught the class? Right? Right? So put out your best possible product while you're out there, and I don't know why when I got there, they're like, Dan, don't let the students take pictures. Don't let the phones in the thing. I'm like, take a picture. Dude, put it on your Instagram. This is your portfolio. This is your life. Like, you put that on there and people see the quality work that you do. That's money in your pocket. That's free advertising for you. Even if you ever go do another roof in your life, you could say you did one right here. Right? Put out your best possible product and then go take a picture of it, right? Now, it's going to be difficult. I'd be a bad instructor if I said it was going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy, right? Life does this thing where it just kind of, when you have these goals, when you start doing this stuff, it's like life just kind of sees how bad you really want it, right? I think about like the quarterback when he's got that receiver, he's wide open. And he's got the ball caught back. He's about to score that touchdown. He sees him wide open, but he doesn't see that defender coming on his blind side. Right? And right before he gets to launch it, right before you go make that first 10,000, right before you get that new job, right before you land that new girlfriend, right before you're about to score that touchdown, boom! You get hit on the blind side and fumble the ball. And if you're lucky, you get it back. If not, then you're on defense. You're playing defense, right? But put out your best possible product, right? It's going to be hard, but life is hard. But if you do what's hard, then your life is going to be easy. But if you do what's easy, then your life's going to be hard. All right?